Hey there, this is Tomb. I was given the inspiration to do a video on some of my brief astrology insights on Mystic Lipstick, the atrocity. So I'm going to put it to the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction today. Happy 420. And yeah, partially no, but yeah, astrology is a neutral player in this, but I've been watching Sloan Bella, her live, and I've been studying. It reminded me of when I was given a gift of a little mini photo album, and it was of a Leo in Western tropical astrology. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Edwin Leonard, he's an astrologer, talented astrologer, for also inspiring me to do this video, and also Bruja Africana. So I was able to get some info off the Scottie and Sylvia show podcast that Mystic Lipstick was a guest on, and she just happened to be a guest on the podcast on her birthday. So her birthday, I put it as September 29th, 1989, and I'm going to include some pictures so y'all can see I did a transit chart event and just see the transits and what I'm talking about in this video. And this is the first video this is the first natal. I've done some stuff, but I've never done a video natal chart reading, first of all. And so this is the first time for me. And yeah, but I wanted to speak on, yeah, just really, it's an atrocity. And I saw some things in the chart, they're my interpretations, and then I'm going to read from AstroSeek the interpretations on there of the chart of the aspects that came up, and I'm going to read them to you after what I give my thoughts on the chart. And yeah, because thinking of like I was saying, I love Sloan Bella's lives, and I was reading about her, and she's an astrologer, and her story, how she got into astrology, is like, it reminded me of my cousin giving me that little booklet, and I was like, what's Leo? And I looked it up, and it started from there. I was 14, and I got into Chinese astrology when I was 17, and then in 2008, I started reading birth charts, my own birth chart, and then that's why I believe in astrology. So I wanted to kind of that's my reasoning behind it, is because it's such an atrocity, and beyond anything, like, I wanted to just let the astrology speak for itself. Anyway, so first of all, let me gather my thoughts here. In the chart, the eclipse happened, first of all, the sun, Mercury, and the moon and Venus are all transiting her 8th house, plus the North Node, and let me see. She had Mercury, the sun, moon, Venus, North Node, and Chiron all transiting her 8th house. And her sun was squaring Saturn. Her Venus was opposing the sun. Her Uranus was also squaring Saturn. So, she said, she was on the podcast, it's titled Beyond the Stars. She stated that she is a Virgo rising. So I took that and I put 444 as her birth time, and the transits lined up. I wanted to read this to, first of all, in the chart, well, my interpretation, first of all, and also this is it for entertainment purposes only, you can see her taking out her motherhood. And as also too, I know mental illness was involved, and I myself am mentally ill, bipolar, and with what it doesn't. But anyway, I just wanted to, that's another thing that, doesn't really matter. We take accountability, and it's anyway. It's all neutral, and a person's actions, aren't related to it anyway. But from what I saw, like she's a Libra sun, and that's the other thing. If you look at her chart, the eclipse is happening almost, her natal and the eclipse is like right, they look right opposite each other. And from what I see, I look at the chart and I see her taking out her motherhood through, first of all, she killed, unalived, the father of, and that's the sun in the 8th house transiting. I know it's Jupiter and Mars, but anyway, her femininity, her motherhood, the Venus and the moon in the 8th house, her being a Virgo rising, not only that, okay, Mercury transiting in the 8th house, Mercury ruling both Gemini and Virgo. Symbolism. Gemini being siblings, the 3rd house, and she took out, Venus is also there, all in the 8th house. All this is going on in the 8th house with her North Node and Chiron as well. You can see the postpartum, even you can see the postpartum in play because I wanted to also mention that she had transiting Uranus and Jupiter. The conjunction was happening in her 9th house. So to me, it says that she was having a radical, something radical, as the eclipse exposes something came to light, and she had some kind of, when you talk about Uranus and Jupiter in the 9th house, in my, she it was an extreme unexpected event. And to me, related to higher beliefs, astrology, literally higher beliefs, the eclipse higher in the sky, and with the Mercury, and that's in her 9th house, and then Mercury, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node, and Chiron in her 8th, transiting on her 8th, with Mars and Saturn in her 7th. Saturn representing, among other things, decaying, destruction, not destruction, but yes, when you reach a point to your life where you're going to reach the other side, as you know what I mean, death. And then Mars as well. Mars is war, passion, and violence, and those were transiting in her 7th house. So anyway, what I was saying is, I'm sorry. Last thing is, she had, Pluto is also kind of in I noticed how Pluto is transiting through her 5th house, the house of children. And Pluto is also a change maker, a chaos, and transformation, and that's highlighted in her transit, this transformation. So there you go. That's what I wanted to. But and I also noted that as I was saying, with the Mercury being transiting the 8th, in her natal placement, her 3rd house is Scorpio, and she has Pluto and Venus, like I was saying, linking the destruction of the feminine, the destruction of the motherhood. And isn't it crazy? And the reason why, one big thing that shocked me was how, although like I said, I keep bringing up all those planets in the 8th, but like I was saying, Mercury being there, Mercury ruling Virgo and Gemini the twins, and there's 2 children involved. And the sun being there, she took out the man, took the children, she took out and there's 2 children, the siblings. One perished, and you can see that all in the chart. In my eyes, that's not. I'm not saying that that's my interpretation. That's my astrology. Anyway, so now I'm gonna read AstroSeek, the transits from AstroSeek to y'all. And this is the tropical astrology as well. And I put I'm gonna include some photos and stuff. Let me read these to you because the rain's coming. I wanted to get this done before the rain gets here, finishes getting here. Because I really was not in shock but that's why I believe in astrology, is from everything. Sorry, excuse me. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. So let's start off with transit sun in the 8th house. It's time for changes. This transit brings with it profound transformation, and it will shine light on everything hidden. If you're not satisfied with any aspect of life, it is the ideal time to reflect on it and get rid of the things that are not for your benefit. It can be people who influence you, your negative qualities and habits, or material things. This transformation is necessary and will provide space for the emergence of new circumstances that will be more beneficial to you. This house is also associated with mysteries and things hidden deep in our psyche. Therefore, you may face internal fears and depression. This transit gives you the ideal opportunity to think about the psychological blocks you have in yourself and find ways to deal with them. You will tend to be secretive and may need more privacy and time to contemplate. You may also become more interested in astrology, spirituality, and occult sciences. You will also focus more on your sexuality. This transit may reveal information that has been hidden to you until now. So if someone is deceiving or lying to you, it is likely that you will find out. You also may have to deal with issues of shared finances, taxes, debts, and inheritance. Okay. This is transit moon in the 8th house. This transit brings the desire to explore things in depth. You will not have the need to be very social, and you may despise having shallow conversations. You will seek strong experiences and have the desire for deeper relationships. You may try to analyze everything and think about the meaning of life. You will tend to do research, solve problems and mysteries. You may be interested in the astrology, the occult sciences, or you may be in the mood to watch a horror movie. Beware of exaggerated, biased reactions and especially fluctuating moods. Be careful about your sexuality and intimate relationships, as you will be very sensitive about these issues. Emotional reactions associated with inheritance may appear if you have inherited something. Sorry, lost my place. You may start thinking about more about it or emotionally cope with it. Shared resources with your mother or other women are also important. Okay. Transit Mercury in the 8th house. During this transit, you will be absorbed in deep thoughts, and you will be very intuitive. You will be able to uncover the hidden meanings of the words spoken by people around you and their hidden motives. Your intuition will guide you and show you who you can trust and who you should be careful with. The intuition also helps you in financial planning. As the 8th house is associated with hidden, taboo things, you will easily deal with intimate and sensitive things, which would at other times cause controversy. Occult sciences, sex, forbidden topics, all these will attract you, especially death and afterlife are topics you will often think about now. In exceptional cases, you may be a target of investigations during this period. Transit Venus in the 8th house. During this transit, You will feel the desire for a deep, intimate bond with your loved ones. You will be attracted to people with something mysterious about them, and perhaps you may feel a bit stirred by them. Shallow people will not deserve your attention now. Sexual relationships will deepen and make you feel much younger and full of energy. You may feel an increase in sexual energy. You may also see a psychologist or meet someone who is one during this time. In your romantic relationship, you will deal with various issues, including intimacy, finance, and power distribution. It is possible that either you or your partner will want to move your commitment to the next level. Transit Mars in the 7th house. This transit will try to teach you the importance of compromise. Try to avoid unnecessary conflicts with your partner and realize that the two people are better off when they work together. Your partner, friend, or business partner will require more attention than usual. This can lead to feelings of frustration stemming from losing free time. However, you will still be happy about your relationship and think about whether it is time to move your relationship to the next level. If you have feared the commitment, you will be more optimistic about it now. Transit Jupiter in the 9th house. You will approach everything with optimism and an open mind. You will avoid dealing with unimportant issues and inconveniences. You will have a unique opportunity to travel and study and meet people from different backgrounds. If you will be very curious and open to learning new things. If you have a business contact with foreign... Okay, I'm sorry, my video cut off. If you have business... Okay, this is from Transit Jupiter in the 9th house. You will approach everything with optimism and an open mind. You will avoid dealing with unimportant issues and inconveniences. You will have a unique opportunity to travel, study, and meet people from different backgrounds. You will be very curious and open to learning new things. If you have a business contact with foreigners, expansion and advertising and promotional activities will bring success. This transit is also beneficial for teachers and writers. A guru, a person, and a teacher who will be important to you may also enter your life. Transit Saturn in the 7th house. This transit brings a lesson in understanding yourself in the area of close relationships. Initially, there may be feelings of frustration and isolation. If you are in a romantic relationship, expect events that will teach you to make compromises. You will also think about the depth of commitment in this relationship. This way of thinking will affect you even if you are single. This may be the time when you decide to look for a serious relationship. If you are in a relationship that is not serious, you will be wondering whether this style still suits you and possibly decide to look for a new partner. In general, you will focus on quality rather than quantity in relationships. This also applies to friendships. If you are surrounded by lots of shallow friends who don't bring anything positive to your life, you will long for change. The same is true for business partnerships. At the end of this transit, you should learn to see people as individuals and various personalities and improve your relationships with other people. Transit Uranus in the 9th house. Look forward to unexpected experiences that will broaden your horizons. You will meet new and interesting people from all over the world and from different backgrounds. Your opinions and beliefs may change. You may also want to learn new things, but learning will be sporadic and inconsistent. An opportunity to travel may arise rather unexpectedly, and this journey can open your eyes in many ways. Transit Neptune in the 8th house. During this period, you may encounter problems in shared finances or assets. You may also unexpectedly come across a loan or other form of financial support. If your partner or relative is facing financial problems, it will also affect your life. You will experience a revival in intimate relationships, but they will be slightly confusing. You long for mental connection with your partner. And if you don't have it, you may choose to end the relationship or not enter otherwise promising new relationship. And finally, Transit Pluto in the 5th house. Transit Pluto in this house will bring aggressiveness or at least less tolerance in your love life. You might want to change your partner's behavior that bothers you, and you may even use force. You will be more realistic. You should also expect more drama and a greater desire for relationships that will be much more intense and passionate. You may also have the tendency to play games and cause conflicts just to spice up your relationship. If you are single, it is possible that you will enter a relationship that will cause an intense transformation and change your life. If you have children, expect problems caused by their rebellious behavior. Beware of your tendencies towards manipulative behavior and the tendency to control things around you. Thank you. Take care.